All right, this lesson we are going to talk about creating a me time. Every of this lesson is special to me because they are very important. This me time, I'm always saying it every time. It's always special. A me time, the time that is for me only. Me, myself, and I. All right, this is one of the adage, my own adage. You can't find it in the dictionary. It is for me. It says, if anyone or anything steals your day, do not let them steal your night. If anyone or anything steal your day, if they steal the first 12 hours of your life, do not let them steal the last 12 hours of your life, of your day, every day. You have 24 hours every day. 12 hours in the day, 12 hours in the night. If anybody or anything steal the day, do not let them take the night away from you. That is how people create wealth. Those times are how this is the way people create valuable things. They find time to create, to be creative. They find time to think. They find time to learn. So that is exactly what me time is about. There were times in my life that I hardly had time during the day. In fact, this happened to me as both student and as an employee. As a student, your school is always in the day, it's not in the night. And as an employee, you have to work in the day, unless you are doing shifting work and all of that. But most of the time, but guess what I did? I took out time of my night. If I have problem taking time for myself in the day, I took out time out of my night. I'm not depriving my sleep too much, but I have to take that time and I concentrate on what is important to me at that stage of my life. In school, whatever is important to me then is to read my books. At work, whatever is important to me is to create my own company or to create my own, use my own ability, use my skill. So, for example, I give you this example. As a student, 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., I'm up reading. As an employee, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m., sometimes I'm up doing what then 7 a.m. I get to do what I want to prepare for work and I go to work. So, what is a me time? That's the question. What is a me time? A me time is an undisturbed time you sacrifice out of your 24 hours for you to focus on your daily routine timetable. In the last lesson, you've been able to create a daily routine timetable. Now, this you want to make sure that you have a particular time that it can never be taken away from you. It can never be disturbed. Because you know that you want to do that timetable every day. Please, I'm stressing this because it's the most important. If you don't create time to do that timetable, if you stay there, useless. But if you have a time that nobody can take away from you, you will always have time for your timetable every day. And that's how to create an habit. There is time, there is what to do. Do you understand me? Are you following me? This is where I have to be vibrating. I know I'm not vibrating since morning because this is very important. Without a me time, you won't do anything. You hear people saying I'm busy, I'm busy. Doing what? You should continue to be busy with whatever you're doing now. Will it take you to where you want to be in the future? With your me time, you won't have any excuse. And that's why you say, with your empty, you won't even have any excuse of I'm busy, I'm this, I'm blood. Let's give your I said me time empty. You won't have any excuse. There will be nothing like I'm busy in your dictionary. Your me time is the most important aspect of converting your vision into a habit. Your me time is the most important aspect of converting your vision into a habit. Now let's talk about what are the ingredients of a me time. What is important? You will get used to, okay, why is me time important? Yes, let's start with that. So why is your me time important? Now, number one, you will get used to being active at that time. That's the point. Sometimes, at the beginning, you have to use your, what's it called now? Alarm. Or you tell somebody to wake you at the beginning. But at some point, you get used to it. With no alarm, you even wake up. You get used to being at that time. Number two, your body will adapt to the time after a few weeks of consistency. That's the truth. Your body will adapt to it. As soon as you wake up, every part of your body is ready. Number three, you will work towards using the time effectively. That's it. Don't use your me time to start thinking of what to work on. That's the problem, another problem. Use that me time to do what you have thought about. So your me time is not to say, okay, I said I was going to write today is for blogging. So what will I be blogging about? No, don't use your me time to say what will I be blogging about. Use your me time to say, okay, I've listed all these topics that I said I was going to blog. Okay, which one do I wish to blog on them now? So that it will be very productive. That is how to be productive with your me time. You feel fulfilled every day. That's it. If you have a me time and for that hour you are using it efficiently, even when you are going to work, you're happy because you are done for the day. You already have something tangible. Please note this: your me time doesn't have to be at midnight. It can be in the day as well, and also feel free to change it because conditions of your life can change. Sometimes it can be day, sometimes it can be that. Maybe for 5 months it is day, for another 2 months it is night, depending on your condition. Maybe where you are staying, you don't have the opportunity to wake up in the midnight. Maybe you have just 1 hour in the day that you can go somewhere that nobody will disturb you and use it. Just create, be creative and find that time. Don't give excuse. 1 hour is enough. 2 hours, 30 minutes. It's not too much small. As long as you are using it correctly. Sometimes for me, for example, during the holiday, I don't need to start doing midnight. I have all the day to myself. So I use the day. So be very flexible. You don't need to be midnight all the time. So let's talk about the criteria for a me time. It should not be less than 1 hour. But I still expect that some people will be less than 1 hour for a start. But please, 1 hour is not enough for two activities, three activities. But it should not be less than 1 hour. That's at least so that you'll be using like 30 minutes each for each activity. Number two is that it has to be a free time for you 99% of the time. Don't go and choose the time because, okay, for the next 1 week, it will be a free time. No, choose the time that for the next month, like 4 or 5 months, it will be free for you. You know why? Because you want to convert it to habit. Because now, for instance, 4 days ago I was not feeling too well, which is unlikely of me. I don't feel sick. So for 4 days I was not doing exercise. Now today was like the day I resumed exercise, and see how I was very weak. I couldn't do all the things I always do because of just 4 days not doing it, and I've been doing it for a year plus without stopping. But because of 4 days, it affected me. So you don't want to do a me time that you'll be changing all the time. What you want to create is an habit. And how to create an habit, you have to do that thing for a very long time. So don't do less than 3 months or 6 months. Next, at this time, no disturbance can come close. Make sure that at this time, no disturbance can come close to you. If you have to leave your house, if you have to go and seek solace somewhere, just make sure that it's not when somebody will come and disturb you. Number four, make sure you can do things conveniently at this time. Make sure that you can write, you can speak, whatever you want to do that is convenient for you to do it. And then I'm going to go and choose a time that okay, you have gone taken somewhere that they will not disturb you, but you want to do podcast. You are a podcaster, and then where you choose, where nobody will disturb you, somewhere that is very noisy. It's not going to do what you want to do with it. Five, okay, that's you have to find your me time and use it wisely. No excuse. Don't be among the people that complain that they can't work at night or in the day, or the day is not for them. This is just an excuse from the pit of hell. Yeah, that's just an excuse from the pit of hell. I cannot work in the night. It's not my type. I'm not the kind of person. It's a lie. I used to be that kind of. I used to say that kind of lie before. But I know it's a lie. It's just an excuse. Your body will adapt to it. If you start, it will be difficult. But as you go ahead with it, it will be easy. So that's all. See you in the next class. All right. So I want to challenge you to get this course today. It is going to be very useful for you, anybody, no matter who you are actually. If you are a student, excuse me, if you are a working class, if you are a CEO, no matter who you are, this is one of the courses that you need because it's going to teach you how to create a time for yourself. There's a lot to learn here. How to create a time for yourself, at least 2 hours per day. How to use, how to create a very good plan. So I want you to use any of the details below. Just send one YP to any of the details below. If you can't get it on our store easily, message us on WhatsApp preferably, or send one YP to any of our social media platforms. We will get to you and get the course across to you at a very cheaper price, very ridiculous price, more than what you will get from it. Thank you.